You know?
Talk to me about the story of Alex Hormozi and hosting his live event, the book launch.
The $1 million leads.
Yes.
Cool experience. One of the top 5 for sure. I had actually been talking to the studio that he did it at. I said to them, like, oh, this is Alex Hormozi guy. He's really good, and he's based out of Vegas. Like, you guys should get him into the studio, do some work with him. And it wasn't me that got him there, but he just showed up one day at the studio, apparently. He was like, hey, I want to do this thing. And so Larry, who is the sweetest human being on earth, Larry Smith at Worry Studios, calls me. He says, guess who we're going to be working with? I was like, what? No, that's awesome. So a few times I met with Caleb, who was like one of his employees, and we had great rapport, you know, great Zoom meetings and everything. And it was really funny because I won this contest, this business contest. So I had 3 years of Zoom meetings with Jordan Belfort. So those really prepared me for the meetings with Alex. Because I'll tell you, if I didn't have those under my belt, the meetings with Alex would have gone very different. Because those guys are hyper functional. Like, where most people are having we're having a conversation about one or jumping from subject. They don't do that. They cover 6 subjects in every answer. So it's like, oh, and I was not ready for it when I met with Jordan. Like, the first meeting with Jordan was terrible. I felt like he just railroaded me, you know. But this meeting with Alex, so we got on and everything, and I could tell he was annoyed because I didn't know why he had the thing on his nose. So I asked him. He was a little annoyed by that, but it went well, and you know, we shared some laughs, and we were like, hey, we're gonna work together. It's gonna be great. And it was a very complicated data project that had so many people. Like, the traffic was bananas. I was like, oh, how, you know, like, it's gonna be interesting, because nobody really knew, and not even Alex really knew exactly how it was gonna go. He was really using the techniques in the book to prove the book could work with this event, which is a crazy concept, right? So he did, so we worked on it. Went to Vegas. First time I met him was on his birthday, so I made sure to like bring some cheesecake with me and everything. Don't skip dessert. And I met Layla and Caleb and all these great people. He has this really cool crew of people. They're just really down to earth around him. And I remember he said, he was standing on stage, and there was me, Larry, a couple other people, and Caleb and Layla. And Alex said, so you're saying everything should work. The only thing that might not work is things are beyond our control. And we all said, yeah, that's exactly right. Show day comes, and that's exactly what happened, right? One random guy in Amazon that didn't read the comments on a file for 12 minutes. And Alex was pissed. Layla was pissed. But after Alex, those Slack conversations between me and him in front of both of our staffs were tough. Really? Because I did not have enough data to tell him what went wrong. And this was the biggest thing he'd ever done to that point. So he was pissed. So he needed to, and this is human nature, he needed to place blame somewhere. He's like, just admit your software is bullshit. You know, and he's just coming, and I'm like, this is one of the biggest business influencers in the world. Like, if this guy hates me, Gary Vee hates me, and like they're all, I'm done, you know? And so everybody did an exhaustive investigation. We figured out, it took us a while to figure out what happened. So the studio submitted the report to them, and they came back and just said, thank you, we're good. And I was like, good. They paid their bill, and they've been great ever since. And the thing I found very interesting about it was there wasn't any pomp and circumstance when it was all figured out. It was, we're all adults here. We know how human nature works. We know why Alex is mad. We know why you were probably cowering in a corner, you know. But none of that matters now. We figured it out. It's all good. And I was like, wow, this is so grown up. So not what it was like in the nightclubs. You know, if something goes wrong in nightclubs and people are blaming each other for like years afterwards. There are people still to this day where I've had things that went wrong. So one thing I'll tell you guys, I did this New Year's Eve. I'm allergic to latex. I'm doing this New Year's Eve party at Mystique, and nobody's around to help me. So I had to blow up 900 balloons.
As someone who's allergic to latex?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was like a fairly new allergy for me, so I didn't really think it through, and I didn't realize that my lips were breaking apart, and I was literally blowing blood into these balloons, and my hands are starting to break apart. I'm getting bloody handprints on these balloons, right? And so one of my partners came in and he's like, "Oh, you ruined New Year's Eve." And even though we had 900 people in a 400-person room that night and it was bananas, it was one of the greatest New Year's Eves I've ever had, still to this day, he holds on to that. I'm like, really? Come on. You know, and like people that I figure I've fired about 5,000 people in my life. Not without I try to be as fair as I can be, stealing from the till, you know, getting drunk on the job, those sorts of things, right? And those people still to this day, you know, and I'm like, that's the club business. It's just so immature. Yeah. Can't be in it anymore. But Alex is a real businessman. So is Layla's, and Layla's honestly, let's face it, she's the brains. He's the looks, although she's the looks too. But she's got it all. Yeah. But he's the face, and just her professionalism is so beyond anything I've ever experienced. It's just, you're in awe of it.
How so?
She is not dictated by emotion at all in business. If she's wrong, she can say, without crying, without trying to make you feel throw a pity party for anything, she can say, "Yeah, I was wrong. I apologize, and let's move forward." And that's just so hard for so many people to do, you know. And the genuine nature of those two, it's impressive. It's really impressive.
You've had the opportunity to be